Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Silent Thoughts. I just got all pumped up listening to Harry Styles. I'm obsessed with the song Canyon Moon off of his Fine Line album. I feel like that one must be super underrated because I don't hear anybody ever talking about that track, but it's like such a good boost for I don't know, it's a really good summer vibe. I feel great after listening to that song. But welcome back to another episode. I am proud of myself for hitting record that second time because it's scary after not recording a podcast for literally over a year. I don't know. I get so anxious about recording these episodes. I really want to thank you guys for all the support that you showed in the last episode that I posted last week. It made me really happy to see that A, people were actually taking the time to listen to it, and B, that people were reaching out and giving me feedback. So thank you to everybody that messaged me saying that you love the episode. It really means a lot to just know that people are listening. So that's cool. I also noticed that on my feed for the podcast, the RSS feed, I can see the analytics of everything where like each platform, what's pulling what. And this episode, in the 1 week that it was up, honestly, most of these statistics are from the first day or two of it being live. But compared to the other two podcast episodes that I posted, this one has done 2 times better in terms of how many listens and downloads it's produced. So that's really cool. So once again, thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen to me ramble about crap. I know it's not crap, and I know that you guys genuinely care, else you wouldn't be listening. But it still means a lot to just see those numbers. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking because I'm just gonna talk myself into a hole. Well, I'm not gonna stop talking. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So, current events. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, and they try not to date when they do the recording session, but I'm super eager to get these out. So the second I end recording, I'm posting them. So right now, it's Wednesday, May 18th. I know I shouldn't date it. Forgive me. But it's May 18th, and I'm very excited because my birthday's coming up. My birthday is in, oh gosh, I did the math the other day, which it should be very close to that number, but I want to say, hold on, I'm gonna count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 17 days. My birthday is in 17 days. I'm gonna be 22 in 17 days, and I'm very excited. I'm so excited. Not so much for, me getting a year older, but I'm very excited to celebrate it because I always look forward to doing birthday streams since I've been more active on Twitch, because it's a good excuse for me to push out of my comfort zone and push aside my social anxiety and reach out to creators that I want to play games with and be like, hi, it's my birthday, so don't say no to me because then I'll cry. If you want to say no, that's completely okay too, but I would love to spend my birthday with you. So if you're available, if not, that's okay too. But if you're available, I'm available. We're available. So I'm very excited. I just made a sign-up sheet for the things that I'm going to be doing during my birthday stream and just sent it to a whole bunch of my friends. And I'm always excited to get the little RSVP that's oh yeah, I'll be there, because then I'm like, friends. So that's exciting. It's going to be a shorter stream. I say short in comparison to just what I expect a birthday stream to be. I don't know why. I don't know who put this in my brain, but whenever I think of bigger event streams, like birthdays, charity streams, I don't know, stream anniversary, hitting partner, I think that streams need to be so fucking long, but they don't. So to me, it's going to be longer than any of our normal streams, but it's still going to be short in relation to what my brain thinks of a big event stream. it's gonna be like probably 6 or 7 hours, which still sounds very long, but I'm super excited. I've been super into Sea of Thieves lately, so one of the segments, I'm calling it the party boat. It's either gonna be Sea of Thieves or Raft, and I invited a whole bunch of my friends that I know own both games, so hopefully they're able to make it, but if not, I'll just be rocking by myself on my own little party boat. I got pirate hats. I bought little pirate hats from Target the other day. They're like these super cheap, gonna break any second pirate hats, but they're super cute and super funny because they're for children. So I bought that. And after the party boat segment, we're going to be playing some Phasmophobia, just because I know that that's a classic game that everybody enjoys. And I'll probably have Dixper on because I played Phasmo on Monday and I had Dixper on, and I completely forgot how terrifying Dixper is, but they've added so many other elements to it. Those of you who don't know what Dixper is, so whenever you're live on Twitch, you can add these like other applications like Dixper, I almost said SoundCloud, not SoundCloud, Crowd Control, and Streamloots, where pretty much people can either be gifted or can purchase packages that are like little ways to mess with the stream. So Dixper has a lot of cards that are jump scare cards where it'll take control of your computer and just flash a jump scare on your monitor, and you just kind of cry and die a little bit inside. But that was happening to me because I was like, oh, you know what? I don't know what I'm going to do today on stream. I'm just going to play Phasmophobia. And so I did. And I put Dixper on because I hate myself. And I was getting abused with the jump alerts, scare alerts. I was jumping a lot. And, it was an adventure. So maybe I'll do that for my birthday again, because maybe I won't be as scared having other people with me, because I'm terrified of ghosts. So solo Phasmo is not for the kind-hearted, aka me. But I'm very excited. I hope that my friends are able to join me, and I hope that you're able to join me if you're listening to this podcast before my birthday stream. If not, there's always next year. But the celebration stream is going to be on June 4th. That is a Saturday, starting at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to go probably till like 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you can catch the stream on twitch.tv/blindedbysilence. All one word. So yeah, that would be cool if you could be there and celebrate. That'll be fun. I need to get party hats. I got a little balloon banner that says happy birthday on it too. And I need to set that up, but I got 17 days, so it's okay. Hey, are you in need of some new clothes? We all can use clothes from time to time. Summer's coming up and you want to show off that cool rockin' summer bod. I get it. I understand. You're in luck. We have a new merch store. If you go to blindedbysilence.com, you can go ahead and check out our new merch items. And since you're a podcast listener, use code PODCAST, that's PODCAST, for 10% off your entire order. Something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, and I went to a sports game last night. I know, right? Crazy. Who am I? But I live in Florida, and my partner has been, he's been really adamant about us like going out and doing things and experiencing life, which, you know what, I'm all for, but I also really like just living on my couch. He was like, the Florida Panthers, which is a hockey team, they are apparently, like, last night was their game 2 of the playoffs or second round of the playoffs. Don't quote me. That was literally my only hockey game I've ever been to. So at first I didn't really want to go, but I went. I had a really good time. It was actually a lot of fun because I don't know anything about hockey. We had a friend in college that was in love with hockey. He was from Pennsylvania and he loved the Penguins. He still does. He's still alive. He loves the Penguins, and we would always give him such a hard time for liking hockey because none of us kept up with hockey. We, not that I would really keep up with sports, but we'd keep up more so with like football, baseball, basketball, and never hockey. So we'd always give him a hard time. But I messaged him yesterday when at the hockey game, and I was like, you know what? I'm so sorry. I respect your sport now. I get it. I see the appeal. Because unlike any other sport, they can beat each other up in there. And it's so interesting to watch because they get up so fast. Like, these guys will literally be tripped and just faceplant and skid across the ice for a second, and then they just pop up like nothing happened. And towards the end of the game, there was one guy that got injured, and he was like kind of just sitting on the ice for a little bit. So all of us were like, oh, what's happening? Like, all these other guys are doing backflips over here, beating each other up. And like, is this guy okay? What happened? He must have really gotten rocked. But I don't know. It was really interesting to watch, especially not knowing what's going on. And the stadiums get so loud. So anytime the ref is calling like a penalty or just anything that happened, you can't hear shit. And they just do like little hand motions. And I'm over here like, I don't know what this guy's doing, but it looks like it was serious, whatever it was. And then they put the guy in the box. I don't know. It's very interesting. If you've never watched a hockey game before, I'm probably the only person on the planet that was my first hockey game. But it was so cool to watch. So I don't know, maybe I'll be a hockey person now. But anyway, that's not the reason that I brought up this topic. I just wanted to tell you about my night last night because I had a lot of fun. But I've been thinking a lot about whenever you're at like a sports stadium or an arena or anything that has a lot of people, like maybe you go to a concert or a rave or a hockey game where everyone's beating each other up, and there's so many people in the audience, right? I can't help but have that intrusive thought that I've played a video game against somebody that's sitting in this arena with me. Like, there has to be a possibility of that, right? Because let's talk about Fortnite for a second. I don't really play Fortnite, but that's just the best analogy I can think of right now. So with Fortnite, there's like 60 to 100 people that are thrown into a lobby. It's probably 60, but I'm just using that range. So 60 to 100 people thrown into the lobby. And then you're in, I don't know, what's the biggest sports stadium? How many people can the biggest sports stadium hold? Okay. So apparently, according to Google, the first thing that pops up, so I'm not even like clicking any links or anything, you know how Google gives that little like blurb up at the top, so you're like, oh yeah, this is enough research for me, I'm not going to do any more research. That's what I'm going off of, so nobody attack me. Apparently, to North Korea with a capacity of 114,000 people. So if I'm one of 114,000 people, there has to be someone else in there that I've been in a Fortnite lobby with. Maybe I didn't fight them myself, but I had to have been in a lobby with them, right? At least once, right? Like that has to be a possibility. There's so many people that play video games, and there's so many people that have crossover hobbies, like they like sports and they also like video games, or they like to sew and they also like to bowl. You know, just like, but you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be Fortnite, it can be any game, but there has to have been a situation like that. And I'm not talking like conventions that are video game conventions, because I'm sure there's a higher likelihood of you being in an area where you've been in a lobby with other people, like TwitchCon or Comic-Con or BlizzardCon, especially BlizzCon. Oh my gosh, yeah, they're of course in BlizzCon. But I don't know, I think about that a lot, because I saw a TikTok like 2 months ago. Gosh, is that how long Elden Ring's been out? Because it was an Elden Ring TikTok. I like doing my research when I'm recording the podcast. Oh gosh, Elden Ring came out in February of this year? Where have I been? What have I been doing? Oh my gosh, it's already, oh, get out of here, Norton. It's already almost June. That's crazy. But anyway, I saw this video of this guy that was like at a club, and he's recording the club, and he's like, nobody here knows that I'm the Elden Lord. And it just got me thinking. I was like, you know, there's probably so many people that just like walk into a building and they're like, oh, I wonder which one of these guys I played against in PUBG. Like, I think about that a lot, especially when I go to the gym. And and that sounds so sad, because I'm looking at all these people, like most of them probably have never touched a video game in their life. And because, you know, I was going to say that they have their life together. I'm going to cut that out because that is terrible. And people that play video games do have their life together. I fucking love this hobby. But I think about that a lot, where I look around them and I'm like, I just played 20 hours of Apex. I wonder if any of these people were in my Apex lobby. And I also think about it from like a YouTuber point of view. I wonder how many montages my dumb ass is in from just being bad. Like, I think about that a lot. Like, way too much. And whenever I see a clip pop up on TikTok or YouTube or Hover or anything where people would be posting these sorts of montages, I always look so closely if I recognize the skin, especially because I only use certain skins on my legends, so I'm always just looking for the name, and thankfully it's never me, but one of these days it's gonna be me. It's gonna be May, and I'm gonna cry because they're just gonna be like, oh, they're so bad. And like, I know I'm bad, but I don't need you to call me out like that and put me in a YouTube montage. Like, you know how when you were in school, they would give you a little consent waiver that would be like, oh, sign here if we could put your kid in the yearbook. And there was like always one or two kids where they just wouldn't be in the yearbook. It would just be like a stock photo of just like a smiley face because they didn't want to be in the yearbook. I need to sign that for video games. And it's probably in the terms and agreements when I first load up the game for the first time, and it's like, oh, please, like, acknowledge this thing. Like, you could be used in video broadcasts of people, because otherwise we would run into a whole boatload of trouble with other people having this exact issue. I wish it would at least show you what you're attached to, you know, or if you've been recorded, like, it'll show you, like, hey, this person is currently live on Twitch, like, if you want to go see this death cam and then the rest of the stream. Like, that's honestly a great marketing tool. I could also see how that would lead to a lot of backlash because some games are very toxic and a lot of people will go after TTV people to stream snipe or just to give them a hard time just because they're trying to promote in the game. But it still would be cool to see, because I don't know if they still do it, but Steam used to have a feature where if you took a screenshot of somebody, it would tag them. So then they would get a notification and see like, hey, you're in this screenshot. Do you want to still have this link to your account or no? And I wish that they had that for other video games, or like kill cams or other sort of video something. I feel like that would be so cool, because I distinctly remember I was playing Team Fortress 2 way back when, and I took this picture of this guy because he had like an arrow going through his nether regions, and I thought that it was funny because I still hadn't played Skyrim yet, but I kept hearing the thing from Skyrim like, oh, I took an arrow to the knee, so I captioned it, he took an arrow to the crotch. And they loved it. They were like, this is great. And then I was able to find their account because it tagged them so they could also see the photo of themselves. But I never saw any photos of me. I guess nobody thought I was cool enough to take a picture of, which is fine, I guess, whatever. I'm not hurt at all. Oh no, actually, there was one person that took a picture of me. Those of you that have never played Team Fortress 2, what are you doing? Go play it right now. It's free. But there is a class in Team Fortress 2 called the Soldier where he has a rocket launcher, and anytime you get hit by the rocket, you just explode into like a whole bunch of just chunks. So somebody did take a screenshot of me, and it was literally just like chunks everywhere. And it was like, oh, here's your liver and here's your leg. And I was like, wow, I look great here. They got my good side. So that made me happy. And what was I talking about? Oh yeah, there has to be a high likelihood of, especially like going into a sports arena or an area where there's so many people, that there has to be at least one person that you've played a video game with that you don't know. I'm not talking like, oh, you're going to a convention, your friend just happens to be there, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, do you remember when we played Sea of Thieves the other day and we were both there on our boat together? Like, small world. No, I'm talking like you're going to a place by yourself, you don't know anybody there, and you're just thinking like, oh, I wonder if anyone has played Fortnite in the last 24 hours and I was in their lobby, and you could just like, no. Like, what if you had a mobile app on your phone that just had, like, a GPS, linked to your Fortnite? That's creepy. That's so creepy. That, oh my gosh, that's terrible. But it'll just, like, scan and be like, oh, ding, 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 Gamer655 is in your vicinity, and you guys played Fortnite against each other the other day, and isn't that cool? Like, I don't know. Because I know I've been in situations where I've been surrounded by people that also play video games, and whenever I talk to them, I'm like, oh yeah, like I was playing this game last night, and they're like, oh cool, I was too. And I just think like, oh, I wonder if we were in a lobby together. Or whenever you're playing with your friends and you have too many people, this never happens to me because I don't have enough friends, but You have too many people in your squad. So you're like, hey, just like try to queue up at the same time as us, and then we'll just try to get into the same game. And if we are in the same game, we'll just team, you know? Which I know is against the rules, but like I said, I don't have enough friends to do that. But hypothetically, you know? I don't know, man. It's something that's been bugging me ever since I saw that TikTok a few months ago. And now every time I go to the gym, I can't help but think, there's 7 people on the treadmills. What are the possibilities that one of them plays video games and that they were also playing the same video game as me last night? I don't know. Small world. Oh gosh. Okay. This isn't even on my list, but I want to talk about this today. So I've been trying to post more on YouTube, and some of you are watching this on YouTube. Hi YouTube. I love you. Please subscribe. But I've been trying to post more on YouTube recently, and I've been keeping track of the monetization portion of, did I say TikTok? YouTube. I'm posting more on YouTube. I'm trying to pay more attention to the monetization aspect of YouTube because, you know, I would like the YouTube videos to bring in a little bit of coin so I can upgrade my setup a little bit, because there's some upgrades that I really need to get. They're not like I need them right this second, but I really want them. So I'm trying to, you know, like look at sponsorships and look at how I can boost my YouTube a little bit more. So I've noticed this has changed in the last few years, but right now, today, if you wanted to get monetized on YouTube, you need to have 1,000 subscribers, and you also need to have 4,000 hours of watch time, concurrent watch time. That's not including the YouTube shorts or privated or unlisted videos. So it has to be public videos that people can access that aren't shorts. So I've had the same YouTube account since like 2012, right? And I've posted here and there when I was a lot younger. When I was in middle school, I have some videos. I have some videos all throughout high school. But most of them are privated. I didn't delete any of them, but most of them are privated. So right now, of the videos that I currently have on my account that I am comfortable leaving public, that are already public on my channel, I have 11 hours of watch time, which isn't bad, considering that I haven't really been posting on YouTube and I'm trying to be more active on it now. So I did the math to see, you know, of the videos that are privated, those that I would feel comfortable re-releasing, that these are videos from high school, how much watch time it would give me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Get robbed on your own time, not when I'm recording the podcast. Anyway, of the videos that I would feel comfortable re-releasing, it would bring me up to 46 hours of watch time, which it's still not a lot compared to 4,000, but compared to 11, like that's a bit of a boost. But the videos that I would be re-releasing would be videos, okay, so I played through Skyrim when I was in high school. I didn't get very far. I only really played for like an hour or two, and then I cut it all up and do a whole bunch of videos on YouTube. I have found great enjoyment in those videos, but I privated them when I tried reviving this YouTube channel to make it more, to make it fit better with my current Twitch account. So I took down like everything. I made everything private, and then I was like, okay, you know what? This is what I want my brand to be, so this is what I'm gonna post. But I rewatched those Skyrim videos, and I found them to be fucking hilarious. I loved them. So maybe I'll re-release them. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna talk about it on stream today, and we'll see what everyone says. But those are just a small portion of the privated videos. Now, mind you, most of these privated videos, I'm never gonna re-release. Like, they're just gonna die in my content section of YouTube under the private tab. They're just gonna die there to rot. Because they're like really old, terrible quality Minecraft videos, and I just don't want those on my account. Plus, the people that are in the videos, I would want to reach out to them and make sure, like, hey, is this okay that I repost this, because you are very in the video, and you know. But I did the math, and if I reposted every single video on my account that is privated right now, I would go from 11 hours of watch time to 450 hours of watch time. So that just puts it into perspective of how many videos I have privated on my account right now. And watch time is relevant to the length of the video and how many people have viewed it to that point. So I have at least 20 videos that are just privated, but all of them are very long and have hundreds of views for some reason. There's that. I'm not going to re-release those, but I may re-release my old unfinished Skyrim, my first Skyrim playthrough. I didn't get very far, like I said. It took me like 3 hours just to get to Whiterun, so that's literally just what I'm doing. I'm trying to get to Whiterun, but it's like 6 episodes, and I loved them, so I may repost them. But I just thought that that was so funny to think like, wow, of course I have all of these videos that I would never post on my account, but if I wanted to hit that monetization goal, it would definitely bump me up a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. What I'm going to be doing now is, this is great for many reasons, but I'm going to tell you what it is first. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be taking my Twitch VODs and I'm going to be uploading them to YouTube. So those of you that miss stream, or if there's a stream that you really liked and you really want to rewatch it, I'm going to be posting my full, raw, uncut VODs onto YouTube. So it's going to be under a little playlist section where you guys can go see it. But I think that that would be great because Twitch does have a feature that keeps the VODs, but it only keeps them for 2 months. So after the VOD's deleted, unless I save it, that's it. So I think that this is a great opportunity for me to just keep a log of all my VODs. So they're going to be uploaded to YouTube. I apologize in advance if y'all start getting spammed. We'll see. I'll figure it out. But I just thought that that was so funny that, of course, all these videos that I just do not want on my account, like, it's an extra 410 hours towards that goal. So, I mean, I'm going to be posting more actively on YouTube, so I'll be raising that goal anyway. But I just thought that it was so funny where it's like, of course, all these videos that I just want to die and never be associated with me ever again are just sitting there mocking me. But it's okay. All right, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the podcast here. If you want to find more content from me, my tag on just about everything is BlindedBySilence, and everything's also linked in the description of this podcast, whether you're listening on Spotify, Google, Apple, or you're on YouTube. So please go check out my socials in the description, and yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. I'm gonna get better on closers and openers. Just bear with me. I'm still learning. I'm still getting my feet wet. But you guys are great, and I appreciate you listening. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.